There's something about a fight of this caliber.
Okay, let's get into it. So before we get started, this fight was given to me by Top Rank to review and react to. I have a license with them to use this content, so thank you very much. This is completely fair use. I am giving my reaction and commentary to this fight that took place between Manny Pacquiao and Antonio Margarito. I was actually at this fight. This fight took place back in 2010. I was there. I think it was November 13th, 2010. I was at Cowboys Stadium. It was a great night, and it was a punishing display by Manny Pacquiao. So I cut these highlights up myself, some of the key points of the fight, but what you really want to look at is the size difference early on. Early on, it was, look at these two guys just right now. Like, Margarito is a beast in there. He is way taller, way bigger. But you know what they say, speed kills. So that was the case in this fight. Early on, like you can see Margarito trying to stay in the center of the ring, and Pacquiao's just like bouncing around. And, you can see this blazing hand speed from Pacquiao early, and this was the tone. He set the tone for the rest of the fight with his hand speed, really. Lawrence Cole in the background, probably, in my opinion, the worst referee in all of boxing. He should have stopped this fight way before it got to, the stoppage point where it was. And look at Pacquiao, just an absolute destroyer. Working the body. See that right hook that just landed from Margarito? That was the scary part for Pacquiao, and a lot of people thought that this was a stupid fight for him to take because Margarito had that pop in the hands. Look at the speed. He shoots him right down the middle. And unfortunately for Margarito in this fight, he's just like a walking punching bag. There's no like lateral movement. And to be honest, he's in like high guard for the entire fight. See his hands up protecting his face. And then you just have Pacquiao like bouncing out to the side, landing the combinations to the body, going up top. He basically doing whatever he wanted, throughout this entire fight. Look at this. The jab looks good. That left hook right around the guard. See that left hand? Like I said before, like Margarito he's in high guard with the hands up, and Pacquiao just loops that left around the guard. He did it again right there. Margarito smiling. I always love when the guys smile because that's like it should be a sign to the judges, like, hey, that hurt. And the judges should realize that because he wouldn't be smiling if it didn't hurt, right? Oh, that left hand just landing every time. That left hook. Margarito, I think he had like 2 or 3 key moments in this fight. Like if you were going to put together a Margarito highlight, it would be like 3 combinations.
It's pretty nasty right now.
Man, look at those combinations. This is one of my favorite fights in the career of Manny Pacquiao, this Margarito fight, because he just put on a clinic with a guy that many people thought that he shouldn't fight. So this is the 4th round. You can already see that eye is damaged badly. And if you followed what came out after this fight, it was known that Margarito had a fractured orbital bone, broke his eye socket, and you can see why. But like, look at Lawrence Cole. He's like out of position, like, scrambling to get in position.
Watch this stuff here now.
You see the replay here. Is this where the left hand goes around the guard? Let's see. Nope, right up the middle. Bam. One of my favorite fighters of all time. One of the most offensively gifted fighters of all time. I think you could put Pacquiao in his prime in with anybody, and it would be a great fight. There's always movement. He's never in the same spot. He is never in the same spot. I think the sad part, the end of Pacquiao's career when he fought, Ugas, towards the end there, you didn't see that lateral movement. He was citing like calf issues, like cramping and stuff like that. But when you look back at these fights, when he was fighting like Margarito, De La Hoya, Cotto, he was just moving. All right, so this is one of the few highlights from Margarito. Pacquiao was on the ropes, and he was able to get off the ropes. But that was like the key. That was the only highlight in this entire fight for Margarito.
Talk about relentless. I mean, Margarito in his prime was relentless like
Damn,
this.
damn, look at that speed.
Punches from the get-go.
Insane.
This should have been, but Margarito cannot execute against him at all.
So I remember, I think it was like the 5th or the 6th round where I was with my girlfriend, who's my wife at the time, with this fight. I told her, I was like, they got to think about stopping this fight because he was just eating every punch. Every punch he threw, every punch he throws is landing. That's like bad. Look at this. Just teeing off, ripping off these crazy combinations and then bouncing out. He's never in the pocket. Uppercut. Straight. Uppercut. Brutal. Brutal combinations from Pacquiao. Look at that straight.
The spring in his step. Well, looks like the same old fantastic Manny to me.
Absolutely does. And he's just
He's on his toes. He's in. He's out. If you're Margarito, how are you supposed to defend this?
Quite the production. Top Rank did an excellent job.
Thank God they don't have those horns here. Keep that in mind when you got a big puncher.
You're exactly right, and Freddie Roach is the best at reminding him of that.
He's off, man. Big left hand.
I mean, we may be looking at
You know, it's crazy. Like, Lawrence Cole doesn't even, like, consider stopping the fight. Doesn't go to the corner in between rounds. Doesn't say, you know, show me more. Just watches his beatdown take place. This is only the 6th round. This is a 12-round fight.
Beautiful counter shots by Margarito.
Earlier I said stoppage, but it goes to decision. Which I don't know why. It's insane. Well, it was a nice combination for Margarito. He's kind of pushing here. Look, he can't cut the ring off. He's just chasing. Oh, that left hand is fucking brutal. I wonder what would be like if you could rewind the past like 30 years of boxing and pick obviously Floyd Mayweather in his prime with a prime Manny Pacquiao. That fight happened too late. I'm not saying that Mayweather didn't deserve the win or things would have been different, but that fight happened way too late. But who would you put in the ring with a prime Manny Pacquiao for a good fight? Ray Leonard? Look at the cards. It's like not even close. I had some of these rounds 10-8 rounds, to be honest with you. Like, I see all 10-9s. I had a couple of them 10-8s.
There's a right hand from Margarito.
Man, those uppercuts. And you know what was crazy? This is at Cowboys Stadium, so there's a big Mexican boxing fan following down there. And the crowd was pro Margarito early on. A lot of Mexican boxing fans in the building that night. And they were quiet. Look at these. Oh my God. Like, these combinations don't stop. This was 12 rounds of brutal combinations. Absolutely brutal.
Look at that right eye of Margarito. Almost totally closed.
See, moving outside. Never in the pocket. Right there's the danger zone. He's got to get out of that corner off the ropes.
Every now and then you're right, Barry. He does land those punches, but it's
going to the motors. It's important to the sport. I mean, that fight
Here we go again. On the ropes. Get off the ropes, man. Took a couple shots. All right, I lied. So there was probably 3 combinations, and all 3 of them were when Pacquiao was on the ropes. Look at him exchanging it. So that's dangerous with Margarito, the bigger guy, powerful guy. Insane. So they talked to Pacquiao like later on in his career, and at the end of his career, they asked him what he thought the most dangerous fight was in his career, and he thought this one was going into it, because he was questioning if he was big enough to get in there with a guy like Margarito. Obviously he was, but he said he was really concerned before this fight, leading up to it, because of the size difference. Ooh, damn. Man, he's just like a pest. You know what's crazy? Like, even when he throws his hands in these awkward positions, like, it doesn't look like there's any power on him. But then you see the face after they land, and like the snapping back of the head. Oh man, just an awkward style. And this is round 9, and like, stop the fight. Got left hand again on the eye. Left hand again on the eye.
Now gets out of there. Pacquiao's punch production is definitely
Like those
down
punches
this
right there,
round.
like he's on his like front heel throwing 2 punches.
So he's not used to being in this position where his opponent is still
Just
coming
insane.
forward.
Yeah.
I think the next fight I'm going to do review is the Pacquiao versus Algieri fight. That was a good one.
As I'm about to let that come out of my mouth, he cracks him with the right hand.
That right eye just
What you were
about
thinking.
But a lot of these punches are just wasted punches to keep Margarito's hands in guard. Like you see him rattle off some awkward punches from weird positions, and Margarito's hands go straight up into high guard. And it's really to set up a bigger punch.
He just took
Oh,
about
oh.
5 shots.
Oh, and another beautiful shot from Manny
It
Pacquiao.
was an uppercut.
If you look at the crowd, I think there's people like yelling, "Stop the fight!" Especially after these punches are landed.
He's not seeing to the
No
right
need to
side
take
at
this
all.
punishment.
And
No need.
Pacquiao's just not missing anything.
But after that glove controversy with Margarito, I was kind of okay with this, if you know what I mean. I think he cheated. He knows he cheated. Well, he did cheat, but I think he knows he was cheating with the glove issue.
Yeah, it's just been a terrific night.
Shane
We've seen
Mosley.
an absolute
And then the speculation is that he used those illegal wraps the first time he fought Cotto. And if you watch that fight, maybe I'll go and do that fight next.
He's really trying.
If you watch that fight, he had
He keeps on coming.
put a lot of damage on Cotto, and at that point in Cotto's career, no one put a beating on him like that. He was bloodied up, face swollen. So I suspect, my personal opinion, is that he might have had those wraps for Cotto. And then later down the line, Cotto got his rematch, got his revenge on Margarito.
Yeah, this fight should be stopped. And if the
Like, this was just a
corner's not
boxing
there,
clinic. Oh, look, he's ready to go on that shot.
yeah,
See the
and
fan.
now he's in trouble.
Stop the fight.
Watch where it lands.
Here's the replay. One.
Right on the temple.
That's on the temple. That one got him right on the temple. Wobbled him. Here's another one. That's a right hook. Oh, that's the same punch.
And if they stop it,
Yep, wobbled him.
Margarito's a perfect example of a fighter who's
There's a certain point, it might be this round 11 that's coming up, where he looks at Lawrence Cole and he's like, "Stop the fight," and Lawrence Cole claps his hands like, "Let's go, keep the fight going."
This fight has gone on too far.
Boom,
Too long.
chop jab. This was just a master class of boxing. You know, it'd be a good fight, a prime Errol Spence, Manny Pacquiao. Two southpaws.
This is beginning to remind me of Gerald
So,
McClellan
at this point, round 11, Pacquiao's just toying with Margarito.
We should step in and stop it right now.
I think Lawrence will stop it very shortly. There's about 7 punches in a row there.
I don't think Pacquiao put more of a beating down on any other fighter than he did Margarito in this fight. I mean, over 12 rounds, like a 12-round beatdown.
Past what should be.
How many more times is he gonna have in there?
Yep.
He's out
You know what was interesting leading up to this fight? Brandon Rios was in the training, was sparring with Margarito leading up to this fight. They're in the same camp. And Brandon Rios and Margarito made fun of Freddie Roach and his Parkinson's disease. Oh, look at Lawrence Cole. What the hell was that? You're not a doctor. Call for the doctor. But anyway, leading up to the fight, Brandon Rios and Margarito made fun of Freddie Roach and his Parkinson's disease. I actually posted that video on my YouTube channel, and it was taken down for copyright infringement by Ellie Seckback. It was his video, but I added commentary and was critiquing what they did, and Ellie Seckback copyright striked it. I'm guessing because the Rios and Margarito camp said we don't want that on YouTube because it looked distasteful. They were making fun of Freddie Roach and his Parkinson's disease, you know, like mocking him in his hands. So I had posted it and did a little commentary saying how, you know, disgraceful I thought it was. And sure enough, Ellie Seckback, boom, right with the copyright strike, said, take that down, we don't want it up. I fought it with YouTube and they restored it. And Ellie never pursued it through the courts or anything like that. But, yeah, kind of bullshit. But anyway, man, look at this beatdown.
And now maybe he'll finish strong for the last 30 seconds. But I mean, he could knock this guy down right now.
Yeah.
Every punch lands.
That gets the crowd involved again, but I don't think Pacquiao really wants to do this.
So I had this fight a unanimous decision. Most people did. I had it wider than the judges' scorecards. Like I said, I scored a lot of these rounds 10-8. And I don't know why Lawrence Cole didn't stop the fight. And to be honest with you, I don't know why Robert Garcia didn't stop the fight. His eye was a complete disaster. I think you're going to see it at the end of these highlights. I can't remember if I put what the damage looked like in. But anyway, if maybe they do show it. But Pacquiao, unanimous decision. Guys, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel if you haven't. We're going to be doing these boxing reviews a lot more. Follow me on X, Twitter, link in the description. I'm allowed to put a lot more stuff on Twitter. So follow me there. Have a great night. Peace.